Is split out top of your screen. Here's Eason. BYU only rushing 3. Able to complete to Bryant.
Offensive line, plenty of room for Jacob Eason. And you're going to see Hunter Bryant just come from right to left on a shallow cross. Wide open, good throw for a conversion.
21 yards. And then some. Here's Aaron Fuller now. Down the sideline. Just outside of the BYU.
Ratchet it up a little bit.
From the BYU 21. Bit of a high snap. Brought down. Here's McGrew. Eason. Pressure is picked up nicely. Lofts one for Newton out of the backfield. Tooley had the cut. Eason, as you expect, with all sorts of time. Now he'll get out of there. Throw across his body. Back corner of the end zone to Newton. Touchdown! Richard Newton. Toe tap in the end zone to stay for the extra point attempt. And he will boot it through. Again, off about why BYU got into the recruiting game so late. But here he is.
Before camp started, he told us last night it's feeling a lot better than a year ago.
To throw. Down the sideline. And it's knocked away.
Recruited, and so there was a bunch of throwing he had to do to get to a recruited.
Wilson back to the air. That one just far too long for the tight end, Matt Bushman. There is a flag down. It's Washington, the fewest in the Pac-12, so they're not used to that. Here's Wilson to throw. Sails that one in. It's Hefo, and he's got the first down. And that was a good-looking ball for 19 yards. Cameron Williams on the coverage.
Mike gets a first down.
Down to the Washington 40. It's Williams. Tyson Williams has more first down yardage and stays on his feet. Impressive.
Of his blocks to set up. I really like him as a back.
Washington trying to blitz right into the run, and Wilson's going to be sacked. Dropped by Betting. Wilson throwing sideline, not a chance. Pass way out of bounds for 42-yard field goal attempt. And everything about it is perfect. Nicknamed Jake the Make, he's good there. And wouldn't you know, the first points, been on him was what, eighth grade, ninth grade, maybe earlier?
That's what, he's a Gatorade, National Gatorade Player of the Year from the state of Washington, decides to go to Georgia, and then comes back, and everything for everybody. He just needs to settle in, play his game, and he'll be fine.
Here's Richard Newton for a couple. Bring up 8. Bryant and Otten are both in there. Quick out to Aaron Fuller. Very close to the first down marker. Bring up a 3rd down and 1. Newton set to take the snap. They got 3 tailbacks in there, and Newton's going to keep it and stumble forward for the first down. Easton under center. And he'll give it to him. Breaks a tackle on the left side. First down yardage. And across midfield, there is a flag down. Otten in motion. Top of your screen. Again, BYU traditionally rushing only 3. And Easton will take it and scamper out of bounds. Just stage-style offense like against USC. Washington clearly wants to run the ball as they do here with Richard Newton.
Well, as soon as you get into a first or second down and long situation, they figure they got to throw the football.
3rd down and 9. Here's Easton under pressure, steps up and gets out of there. A flag is down as he is dropped. Isaiah Kafusi made the stop for a loss. Eason with time underneath to Cade Otten. Peyton Wilger makes the stop. Be a big loss for Washington. Richard Newton and Sean McGrew will get the bulk of the work. Here's Newton. Won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. The 30 now of BYU. Off the play fake. Easton to throw. A little bit of pressure. Underneath to McGrew. And McGrew. Low center. Eason off the play fake, throwing, zips one into the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown to Aaron Fuller. 17 yards and plenty of mustard on that touchdown pass from Eason. Can't do anything about that, but they can do something about the 30 yards in personal fouls that they allowed to Washington. Throwing, not to give anybody any ideas, but you get the idea. Lopini Katoa will run it out. Katoa, nice run. Lopini Katoa, how about that, out to midfield? It's a long, providing updates, tell you everything else going on in the world of college football. On the ground, Emmanuel Asupa, his first carry of the game. A look at the mustache that his wife hates, but she hates the sideburns more, apparently. Here's Wilson getting out of there. There's the creation, but it is dropped. They've never played 3 straight since the advent of overtime in '96. Trying to hook up that time with Micah Simon, and the flag comes in. They will take the penalty, pushing it back, 3rd down and 8. Wilson will loft that one. Plenty of contact, and it's caught. It's Matt Bushman.
But throw the back shoulder, and Bushman makes the play.
It's a flag down as they go back to the ground game. Tyson Williams, and it looked like Washington was offside.
Number 95 of the
He's an NFL tight end. He really is. He's developing as a blocker, but he's such a great route runner.
Bushman had just 1 catch a week ago, just 1 for 17 yards, and Wilson will throw that one away under some pressure. Started from day 1 for Washington. You think about all the defensive backs.
89 offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Figure that out eventually.
Here's pressure. Oh, the ball comes out. Wilson was popped in a big way at the 30, and it is picked up. And Washington running down the field. Brandon Wellington all the way for a touchdown. And there are no flags. It's a scoop and score off the sack. 70-yard touchdown defensive for Washington.
And takeaways, and now they score.
Zach Wilson took a big shot there. Extra point is good. And it's all good for the Huskies. Play, BYU really wasting a 48-yard kick return by Lopini Katoa. And the sack, scoop, and score. And they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Give us an opportunity to tell you that tonight, Oklahoma State, Big 12 showdown with Texas. That ought to be a whole lot of fun from the 25, and now BYU's trying to stay in the game. With 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in an eventful first quarter. Flag comes in as Asupa carries the ball. And we'll see if
They believe in each other, they'll get this back on track.
Here's Asupa again on 1st down and 5. Picks up a couple. Josiah,
Find out what he has in his defense.
2nd and 3. Wilson to Bushman. He's got the 1st down, and you wonder how Wilson would respond after taking the big hit that led to the turnover. It's a gain of 4. And then lost here against Utah State, and that led to the quarterback change. Here's Wilson, little stop and go. Miles Rice in his face. Washington rushing 4. Wilson gets out of it, able to find Bushman again. There is a flag down as Bushman got across midfield for a gain of 8.
Consistent pressure when pass rushing.
And the penalties started to pile up. Wilson sets up the screen to Williams for a gain of 1 on the play.
Oh, it's a great sign for those mountains.
32 degrees, and there are clear skies. Early this morning when I went out for my hike to hike the Y again without you. Matt Bushman on 3rd and 19, able to pick up 4 on the play.
It's Cal, but I think we're finding out that Cal's a pretty good football team too.
First punt of the game. Aaron Fuller runs up and takes the knock. It's a 39-yard punt. We will miss. Here's Washington up 21-3.
Locker wasn't taking long at all.
There you go. Aaron Fuller, pick up a few. We'll call it 5 on the play. Get to the end. 2-point question.
Let's keep it simple, okay?
Off the play fake. It's Fuller on the receiving end. He's just about to midfield. Washington 8-1 when
A quarterback, but the ball just pops off of his hand like no other quarterback we've seen this year.
Here's McGrew taking people on, and it is a firm home after that stint at Georgia. And these things do work out as they throws. 2nd down and 8. Deep inside BYU territory. Look at this protection. Now it breaks down. Able to get it out to Newton. A pickup of about 1 on the play. And for as good guys as Eason's arm is, he was in a flat.
See if he does right here on 3rd and long.
Again, all sorts of time. Underneath, it's Fuller. And a good stick. Isaiah Kufasi comes up to make the stop after a gain of 5. On for a 30-yard field goal attempt. On the way, and it is good. For some of us.
For a guy from Colorado and all the hiking he says he does, Molly smoked Greasy.
Oh, yeah. I was carrying the refreshments, so you guys were all properly hydrated.
America wants to know what was in that backpack, Grease, by the way.
That was awesome up there.
You know it's bad when the biggest compliment we can get is we didn't get sick.
Zach Wilson zips it into Matt Bushman. His coaches leave him on the field. Gets to play the whole game on offense. Here's Wilson to throw. Loads up. It is Bushman again. Found a soft spot. 1st down and 10. Hand it off. That's Lopini Katoa for a gain of 2. Bushman's
in the NFL, and that was a note that he wrote to Bushman. As you see, Tyson Williams gets close to a 1st down with a flag down.
Consider how long Andy Reid's been in the league.
On the ground, Tyson Williams to throw for it, and it falls incomplete. Bushman was in the area of the game on 1st down and goal. Give it to Tyson Williams, and he'll bang down to the 1-yard line.
This is his.
Off the play fake. Back of the end zone, and it is nearly intercepted. Elijah Molden could not haul it in. Get it away. No problem. It's Esupa. Crashes in for the touchdown. Emmanuel Esupa.
Got to continue to exploit that matchup.
And the extra point. No good. Missed it to the right. Jake Oldroyd.
Eyes closed, but look at that. That's not the easiest thing in the world to
It is
see.
a little different. Traditionally, goal posts are gold. Take a look at today's Crunch Time, brought to you by Cheez-Its.
Maybe because he
has Kamari Pleasant in the backfield. Fakes to Pleasant. Easton to throw. And able to complete. That's Pleasant out of the backfield and scampers down the sideline, approaching midfield time.
You know, Steve, he's been patient. Easton has been patient, all hang in the pocket and anticipate.
On the ground. 1st down yardage.
You know, just to follow up on what Todd's saying, like, if you know that you'll pay.
Flags come in. See if Kairos Tonga moves.
Defense number 95 with contact. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
They wanted him to be able to push the center back and stop the run game.
Flip all the way back to Easton. Gonna throw for it, and it's caught. It's Hunter on the ground. Here's McGrew, the straight handoff, and he'll spin away for 6. Austin Lee made the stop.
Go back and take a look at this throw. This is a confident throw here. Not a lot of air on that ball. He's just putting that ball on the back shoulder of Bryant. He really didn't care about the safety over the top. And you're just seeing a lot of good for Tommy. I agree with him.
And by the way, there were no penalties in the 3rd quarter. Zipped in there to Andre Bocelli. His first catch. Inside. Here's McGrew out of the Wildcat, and the ball is fumbled. BYU says they have it. Oh, they push back to the 10. Easton looks right, now they'll run out of there. And throws it out back in the end zone.
Smart play there from Jacob.
Easton throws to the. This will be a 22-yard field goal attempt, and it's Race Porter. 2nd down and 9. It's Williams. He's going to be short. 3rd down and short after the gain of 8. 3.5 to tell you. Low pad wins. Something like that. Third down and 2. It's Williams for first down yardage.
A year ago.
Pini Katoa has checked in to give Williams a bit of a breather. Zach Wilson with some pressure around his feet. Able to heat Aleva Hifo. And
Still was able to make that throw.
On the ground, Katoa. 4 on that play. Wilson keeps it on the option. Ryan Bowman brought him down after the gain of. Good protection for Wilson underneath. It is caught. BYU on the Washington side of the field. Here's Zach Wilson. Steps up and throws underneath. It's Tyson Williams. Fourth down yardage and more. He's down to the 30-yard line. Clock winding. Under 50 to go now. Here's Wilson. Across the middle. Batted up into the air. And nearly intercepted. Wanted. See if we get any word from the BYU folks. From Molly. Here's Wilson. Trying to get out of there. Not this time. He's dropped. It's Benning Potoahi on the sack. 36 seconds left in the half. This is 3rd and 22. Wilson to throw for it and able to complete. Gunnar Romney, his first catch, gain of 7, stops the clock. 2 timeouts left for BYU. Snap in the place are good. Oldroyd, let's see. Got it. 54. And then Wellington picking up that fumble. 69-yard fumble return for a score. That was our Pacific Life game summary. And again, as we have documented, this is Washington's first road game of the season. An opportunity to leave Washington. Second half without their top tailbacks. And here's Zach Wilson to throw, coming out at halftime. And it was caught and dropped. Aleva Hifo could not hang on to it. So Tryon out. As Supa's the ball carrier. Right, and that was the other point by Sataki. You get a 15-yard personal foul, you get to stay in the game. Right. You don't even miss a play.
Ball's out.
Dax Milne coughed it up. Easton to throw. And complete to Aaron Fuller. He's got the first down. Fuller scored the... Here's McGrew. For 2. Kairos Tonga made the stop. You mentioned his with photo evidence. Zipped in there nicely. And Bocelli with speed. Nobody's going to catch him. Jacob Eason on a rope to Andre Bocelli. After that turnover and quick score, 3 plays afterwards by Washington to open up a 31-12 lead. Zach Wilson and BYU will take to the field. Zach credits his high schoolers week. Pay him more. Give him more love. Do anything you can for the teachers. On the ground, Emmanuel Asupa. He's got the touchdown of the game for BYU.
And now it's an opportunity for Asupa and then supplement around them. They can have a pretty good team, but they can't just say, hey, we're all about this one way of playing offense and then go out and recruit to it. They have to recruit the best players and then be flexible enough with their system on offense to...
Aaron Fuller trying to get a return from the 12. Picked up a block. At midfield, Aaron Fuller is going to keep on going. Why not? All the way down the sideline. There is a flag. The flag came late. Thought there might have been a block in the back early. If it stands, it's an 89-yard.
Illegal block below the waist.
His prior long scored, so a dominant performance by the Huskies coming in on the road to Provo.
$38-12.
Just as much talent as Clemson or Alabama to the NFL a year ago.
Here's Wilson throwing across the middle. It's Hifo. Miles Bryant made the stop. And you know what's amazing about that? The defense today, the
12 North. This season, they're going to need him to continue to be that steady hand as a leader.
On the ground at Hifo, they try to get the football in his hands any way they can.
Today. it's really showing up, and they've just dominated the line of scrimmage.
False start. Offense number 89. 5-yard penalty.
They want other people to talk about DBU with them, but they don't like to talk about it themselves. Over the head of Matt Bushman there again. Keith Taylor had the coverage.
Well, to Todd's point, the reason that this put him on Tony Gonzalez, it's a very similar situation with Taylor.
Punt gets away. Aaron Fuller wants another crack at it. And a call for the fair catch. It's a 40-yard punt.
Yeah.
Game broadcast Franks was heavily involved in the warm-ups and getting people loose. Richard Newton, the ball carrier for Washington, is close to the first down yardage, gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Here's Newton for the first down and much more. Starting to blow through this BYU defense.
They'll be throwing it all over the yard. Should be fun.
On the ground, McGrew trying to run away from some people. Sean McGrew. And you can see this BYU defense today at a goal line stand to hang on and win another game. That Cal defense is legit. Here's Fuller. Takes a shot. Gain of 9 on the play. Molly.
Well, Steve, I'm going to
They go out of the Wildcat. Richard Newton for the first down. Gain of 7 on the play.
Number 28, Richard Newton lining up behind
I
7.
think they really have to be in on every single snap.
5th trip to the red zone for Washington, and Richard Newton has first down yardage. It will be 1st and goal.
Introducing himself to the Husky Nation.
Here's Newton, introduces himself to the end zone. Touchdown, Richard Newton. And Washington is
Offensive lineman.
Richard Newton, 6 carries for 77 yards this quarter. This quarter.
And he's answered the bell.
Henry for the extra point. Zach Wilson, see what he and BYU have up their sleeves. Have the whiteout, throwback, homecoming, and not much else going right. Here's Hefo, and he dropped the football. If it's a catch, Shumway able to fall on top.
Defense, they have stayed active, punching the ball.
Molden knocking that free. Here's Katoa, the ball carrier. Gain of 4 on the play.
Still out here slinging it.
Wilson to throw. And complete. It's Hefo for the first down. A long one. And going for it. Quick sidearm, slinging throw is caught by Micah Simon. And he just got a quick glimpse of that. We'll see. Clap. And some movement.
Nothing slips by you, Levy.
You know I'm paying attention. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man. Gunnar Romney. He'll be pushed back. They're getting plenty of forward pressure.
Anytime you want some, Todd.
In and out of the hands of Romney. Could not hang on. Molly conspicuously absent as well. Here's Wilson to throw. Able to complete.
Rest. Anticipate a sneak.
There it is. Wilson trying to push the pile. And Zach Wilson does squeeze through for 3 yards. You were talking about
You suck it up. I'm getting hit out of here too, right?
but it wasn't a laser of a spiral. There's Wilson. Big shot there. Gonna rush.
Got one-on-one.
Wilson to throw.
I
think he was thinking that.
You just got to give him a chance. He'll learn from these situations.
Bushman has gone quiet here in the second half. Really, as is everyone on this BYU offense. Here's Wilson try to run for it. 4th and 4. Quick throw is. Here's Wilson to throw for it. This should be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Wilson in trouble, escapes, and it is caught. Deflected around, and Matt Bushman winds up with it. Keith Taylor.
You won't hear the end of that one.
The Bushman-Taylor matchup was one to watch before this game.
Next week, that game's going to be outstanding.
Good depth in the conference. Maybe not a national championship contender, but excellent depth, really. Better depth in the conference than...
They still have, albeit an outside chance, they still have a chance to make some noise in the playoff down the road.
A host of people moved early there. Here's McGrew. Leans forward for two.
Ohio State.
3rd and 12 upcoming. Easton's still in there as we open up the 4th quarter. Wrapped up a little bit as he throws and completes to Andre Baccellia. Smashed just about every Utah high school record for receiving yards. He'll be a fun player to watch. Newton for two.
Not only did they get Nakua to leave Provo, but dangerous.
We asked Bush Hamden, how'd you get Nakua out of Provo? He said we were super persistent. That's recruiting 101, right? Persistence paying off.
Nakua was originally going to go to USC.
Half left to play here in Provo. Easton a throw, that was by this season. He fell back deep. Whitford gets it away. The senior from Australia, where else? And the fair catch by Hefo. His carry of the game, he was able to plunge into the end zone earlier. Wilson a throw. Underneath it's a super. 2nd down and 4. Here's Wilson. Protection's good. Take a shot for Milne and sails it over his head.
It's been a tough day for Zach Wilson, but he's been under chances to make plays is where he can improve the most.
Wilson to throw underneath. Completes to Micah Simon. He's down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 19. And Greece, BYU's not going to be happy.
2-2, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to schedule as an independent.
Great point. Independent since 2011. That's a super again for 1. It's been a bit of a story here.
That was refreshing.
All the alumni talk about him seem to think he is the right guy to keep on going here. Romney could not handle. It was a little behind him. Magical 1984 season here in Provo. BYU beating Michigan in the Holiday Bowl. Richard Newton still getting after it.
Want to get some reps for Jacob Sermon, the backup quarterback, and some of these other guys on the offensive line.
On the ground, it is Newton. Here's Eason. Good protection. Zips one across the middle. It is caught. Cade Otten for the 1st down.
First-round physical talent, I don't think there's any question about it.
On the ground, it's McGrew. And apparently he's a first
for the next level.
2 seconds to snap it. They just get it away. It's McGrew.
Draft class after Eason having to transfer from Georgia. So it's not an exceptional class, but a guy like Eason, it seems like every year pops up. You know, we didn't know Carson Wentz, and all of a sudden he's the number 2. He's very likely to be in that 2020 NFL draft.
Hand off up the middle. It's Newton.
Nobody's going higher than Trevor Lawrence, I can tell you that.
And if you didn't hear the news this week, from Mike Leach from the Play on Sundays and Coach on Sundays.
He's still waiting to get paid by Texas Tech.
There's Newton again. And the ball pops out at the 30. And test here, gets smacked around again by Washington.
Well, this is a better Washington team than I think we thought. We didn't know really what we were going to get from a deep dub. He didn't have that rocket arm. Sermon and Eason have guns.
On the ground, some more running room for McGrew. Browning in that game last 99. Here's McGrew. Finally wrestled down.
Well, last week against Hawaii starters, it's credit to Chris Peterson, his program, the strength and the health of their recruiting, that they have reloaded on that side of the ball, and signs are pointing in a positive direction.
And that's going to do it. The Huskies get another win here today to go to 3-.